What's up, guys? Welcome back to Deck Tech for Decks. I'm your host Caleb. Today we're going to be talking about the Universes Beyond stuff because there's some Universes Beyond stuff to talk about. Now, I'm not going to be super negative in this video. I really don't like being negative on this channel, but I just wanted to let you know this isn't going to be the normal upbeat, let's get into this deck tech kind of style, right? We're just going to be talking about this stuff, and I kind of want to hear what your guys' thoughts on it in the comments down below. But as always, let's shout out those patrons. Irrelevant, you rock. You can always click on that whatnot link in the description down below for a free $15. And if you want to help out the channel, you can like, comment, and subscribe. But let's get right into it. Now, the first thing we're going to talk about, obviously, is the Marvel Commanders. I've been building some budget decks around them, and there has been some pushback, which is I've never seen before. So I looked into it, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this makes sense. Now, this Secret Lair does remind me of the first Secret Lair that got Magic in trouble with the Undead one, or not Undead, Walking Dead one. You know, they printed straight up cards that have never been printed before in a Secret Lair, and a lot of people were pissed about it, myself including, right? And this one is kind of no different. We're getting a lot of very cool cards. If you love Marvel, I love Marvel, you're probably pretty excited about these, and you really don't know if you're going to be able to get your hands on them. There's people trying to purchase them right now, and they're just waiting in line, crossing their fingers, and again, I have a problem with that. The way Secret Lairs used to work, I was more happy with than how they work now. Used to, it was kind of like not a GoFundMe, what's the other one called? You know, like a startup. Everybody says, I want these. They print to demand. They get everybody their product. Now it's kind of like, we think people are going to want this many, so we're going to print this many, and then first come, first serve. Now, there are pros and cons. The old way, it took you forever to get them because, again, they had to print the amount after. Now they can print before and send it. So you get them faster now, but maybe you just don't get them. Personally, I like the old way, and I think especially if they're going to be printing new cards that are for the Commander format and are trying to get these Marvel players into Commander, I really think they need to be printing the old way, right? It's going to take you a little bit to get the cards, but you're going to get your cards. This way, you know, if you're a Marvel fan and you've never played Magic before, and this is your first instant of Magic, going to go buy these cards and you can't get these cards, you're never going to try to play Magic again. You know, I don't know that for sure, but that's just, you know, my thought on it, right? That's kind of wild, right? Your first interaction with Magic is not being able to purchase these cards, and you're like, you just missed out on them. And then if you try to purchase them on the secondary market, good luck, because they're going to be super expensive. Again, I don't like this new system of you get it or you don't, good luck, everybody try their hardest. I like the old system. Maybe you get it in a year from now, maybe they could try to make that a little bit better, but at least you know you're going to get your product, right? That's the way I think it should be, because now you've got people just buying these Secret Lairs so they can sell it on the secondary market, which is a problem in its own right. Now, another thing I wanted to talk about, and again, this is one thing I really want your guys' opinion on. I want to know if you guys like the old way or the new way, right? I really dislike the new way because it just leads to a lot of feels bads, and I was a participator in the old way. I don't participate in the new way, right? Because it's just like, I don't want to wait in line to buy cards that I might not get. But the old way, I was more than happy to wait a year to receive my cards. And then again, this is just going to cause people to proxy more, in my opinion, which I think you should be doing, right? If you don't want to spend $50 for this card, go print it off and play with it. That's my opinion. And that's kind of why I was building these budget decks. But again, I got a little bit of pushback. I won't say a lot, because people are like, man, don't even feed into this because this is just corporate greed, which I get to a extent, but I just like building decks, so that's what I'm going to continue to do, and I'm not going anywhere, but I really want your guys' opinion. Do you guys want the old way or the new way? I'm personally a fan of the old way, and I want to hear what you guys think about it in the comments down below. Now, moving on, I want to talk about another thing that I liked about the old way that they're kind of going away from, you know? Let's talk about the Howling Abomination. This is one of my favorite cards, but it did come in a Secret Lair that was Street Fighter, but you knew that eventually you were going to get an in-universe card of Blanca with the Howling Abomination. So now you can play your in-universe Magic card, or you can play your Blanca if you like Street Fighter. And I will just say, I don't have a problem with anybody proxying these cards, or people proxied before Secret Lair putting their favorite characters on Magic cards. Everybody saw that. The only thing I think is a little weird is the anime chicks. The anime chicks get weird, right? Don't want to call anybody out, but it's weird. And yeah, that one was weird. But any other than that, you'd see people that proxied their favorite commander on their favorite character from whatever TV show. So this wasn't new, and I'm fine with people playing with the cards that they want to play with. I was never a person that was like, if you're playing the Walking Dead cards, I'm not going to play with you. I just think that's weird also. But I will say, I do want in-universe magic cards of these secret layer sets, right? I want to be able to play an in-universe deck. I don't want to have a random Spider-Man in my deck, even though I love Spider-Man, just because, there's no in-universe version of this Spider-Man. And actually, that's one of my critiques, of the Doctor Who set. There's a really cool card called, wow, it's just gone. The Master Multiplied. I love this card. This card's super fun to play with, but it's literally just a dude in blue jeans. It doesn't really, seem like a very cool magic card, because in my opinion, it's not a very cool magic card because I have no connection to the Doctor Who set. So I'd really like an in-universe magic card of the Master Multiplied, but the problem is, since that was printed in a set, we're never going to see one. So I really like them, or I would really like them to stick to IPs that make sense. Like the one that I really loved was Warhammer 40k. You can look at any of those magic cards and you could see this in universe. You know what I mean? You have a bunch of nasty Tyranids. You have Space Marines that are all bloodied up and like fighting other weird creatures. It's very in universe, very thematic, and kind of the same thing with the Lord of the Rings. I don't look at a Lord of the Rings card and think, man, I wish I had an in-universe magic card of the Lord of the Rings. It kind of just makes sense. But as we go farther into these IPs like Final Fantasy and even Marvel, it doesn't look like Magic anymore. And I'm just going to miss the fact that we're going to not have in-universe Magic cards of these really cool commanders that we're going to get, right? And that's another thing I want to hear your guys' opinion on. Are you guys okay with them making these different IP sets and then never having an in-universe version of those cards? Because that's kind of just rough in my opinion. I don't want to play a guy with blue jeans. I want to play a giant dinosaur that does dinosaur things. And that's just my opinion on Magic in general. And I'm not trying to say, hey, I don't like that you guys are playing your guys in blue jeans. That's fine if you like your guy in blue jeans. But I personally like dragons and shit. So I want to play dragons and shit. And I want to hear from other people that like playing with guys in blue jeans or dragons and shit. Kind of a roundabout way of saying that, but hey, we got there at the end. I'm just looking for your guys' opinion because right now it seems like the morale is real low. And I do want to say, guys, I'm going to keep building decks. I love playing Magic, and if you guys are getting fed up and mad about what this corporate greed is doing and everything, my number one thing to tell to you guys is go play some Magic, because Magic's not dead. It's not dying. People just get trapped in the internet. They go months on end without having a commander game, and they forget that this is just really fun and you don't have to listen to any of the other stuff. And that's kind of why I keep a lot of drama off this channel, because at the end of the day, I'm still playing Magic and I'm still having a great time, and I love building these decks. And I'm going to build Spider-Man decks. I'm going to build Wolverine decks. I don't know. People don't like how I say that. But at the end of the day, I do want to be playing Magic, and I do want to be using, I do want to be playing Magic with Magic IP, and I do want more of these cool creatures that Magic gives us, like the Howling Abomination that we're really not going to get anymore. The thing is about the next year having half of the sets being out of IP is this could actually drive away the older audience and prevent them from buying Magic cards. And then if they don't keep Magic alive and the consumer happy, eventually they won't be able to bring out new Magic cards, and it will be harder to get newer players into Magic. Now, maybe going out of IP brings more new players into Magic than just printing more Magic sets. I don't have any data on that, but I'd like to hear from your guys' experience. How many people do you know where they're like, Warhammer 40k has Magic cards? Let's get into it. And if you are one of those guys in the comments down below, I'd want to know too, because I want to know the conversion rate of these Universes Beyond sets. But I do think they could overdo this to a point where they just have a really bad year, and it's just like not good for Magic overall in the long term. And that's kind of what I'm worried about, and that's kind of the direction I see them going here. Magic's not dead, it's not dying, but I'm not excited. Does that make sense? Now, they could do some really cool things with, the Marvel Spider-Man set if they go through all the alternate universes and stuff, but I think they need to really focus on the art and make it look in universe a little bit. You know, I wasn't a huge fan of just like, I don't know, it looked like maybe like a Wolverine sticker on a card. You know, make it like I don't even know what I'm trying to say here, but there's a look to Magic cards, and some of these out of universe cards don't have it, and it'd be cool if they tried to integrate it a little more. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't even know if that makes any sense, but it makes sense to me. That's my thoughts. Sorry about the upload randomly, but yeah, let me know what your guys' opinion is on this, and how you guys think it's going to affect Magic in the future. If you're okay with it, if you're not okay with it. Just really curious of your guys' opinion overall. With that being said, guys, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Let's shout out those patrons: Irrelevant, Chicken Salad, Preator, Excessum, and the Professional Heel. You guys rock. As always, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.